Hey, YouTube friends and family. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing well. I need just a few minutes of your time. We've had a lot of excitement here in our home this morning. About 6 a.m., I heard my mama yelling my name in a very faint, broken voice. I jumped up and I raced to her room, and there she lay, unable to move. She was extremely dizzy, very faint, not well. We called 911. The ambulance came, and they took my mama to the hospital. As it turned out, she wasn't able to get her oxygen during the night, and her level had dropped down to 51, and that caused the dizziness, caused the weakness. We don't know how many hours she went with low oxygen. But they were able to stabilize her, and we were able to bring her back home. While she was in the hospital, my mind started racing through many memories. You know how your mind does. About how valuable, how precious, how wonderful my mother is. All the times that she raced to my rescue over the years. Many times. You know, friends, one time in particular, when I was about 6 years old, you know those concrete pipes, those big round concrete pipes? I think they're used for water or sewer. My step-grandpa had a piece of one in his yard, and being a very imaginative child and always exploring possibilities, exploring the world, catching bugs so I could look at them and then let them go, I decided that I was going to stick my leg inside that pipe and use that pipe as a super duper leg. So I bent my leg at the knee and stuck it down inside the pipe and got stuck. The harder I tried to get out, the more stuck I got. And the rough concrete was digging into my little girl's skin and tearing my leg up. Finally, I let out a war whoop cry. Out from the door come flying my daddy, my mama, my grandma, and my step-grandfather. Mama was trying to pull me. I don't know how she got ahead of Daddy, but Daddy just kind of picked her up and moved her to the side. She's not a big woman. And he reached down and picked me up and lifted me right up off that pipe. He saved me. He certainly did. Many times in life, my friends, we need each other. Many times things happen, and sometimes they're big things. Sometimes they're not so big. But we feel the need for someone else to help us, to rescue us, to pick us up if we've fallen. Maybe we just need a nice word or a kind word. Maybe we need some advice. Maybe we need a helping hand, lifting us up out of that pipe. There's always a need for the people around us. Some people are so prideful, they'd never ask, not if their life depended on it. I found myself in those positions too, where things were going so badly, and I was so worried and so frightened, as I have been just here recently. And it's really hard to swallow our pride and say, God, I need help. But you know, it's funny how life works. Often we see somebody that has a bigger need than our own. that's where I found myself. I have been extremely worried, as most of you are, about some financial difficulties. You know, a bill that just can't be paid, just can't figure out how to get it done. And all of a sudden, one of our sisters here on YouTube told me about an event that needed attention. Many of you have seen the pictures, the videos, the photographs, the newsreels about what's happening in Colorado. And quite often we don't stop to think about all the people that this affects. The number of people affected by these floods and these weather patterns that are going through Colorado, beautiful Colorado, are mind-blowing. But our sister, Just Shy 1, here on YouTube, has been affected by it firsthand. Her brother, who is our brother also, is a single father raising two beautiful high school daughters. He works hard. He takes care of their needs. The storm wasn't so nice to them. He had a home that was washed away in the big Thompson flood in Larimer County, Colorado. He has nothing left. Nothing left. Their entire world was inside that house, and it got washed away by the flood. Well, Just Shy 1 has set up a page for her brother, our brother, on GoFundMe. It's a wonderful page. It'll explain everything. And on this page, she's asking for help for her brother in the form of donations. You see, friends, he and his two beautiful daughters are now living in a motel. And he's still working. And through his work, he's able to pay for the motel. Motels are not cheap to live in at all. In fact, it's actually one of the worst forms of rent that anybody could pay. But having lost everything, he really needs our help. And if there's anything that any of you can do to help him and his two daughters, will you please go down to the show more below this video and click on it. Open it up, click on the link, and go to this site on GoFundMe. The title is My Brother's Home Was Washed Away. Just Shy 1's name is Sandra Clark. She's pleading for her brother, whom she loves very much. And you know, friends, this is our chance to show how much we love him. Every little tiny bit will help. Please take time to do this. I'm turning off comments because this isn't something to be discussed. Although I love all of you and appreciate everything, I do believe that when you give from the heart. And it doesn't need to be shared with anybody or boasted about. It's just something we do from the heart. This is, I'm checking right now the current status. There have been 48 shares for her brother, and they've been able to raise $795 so far. So every tiny little bit will help so much. We just have to do what we can do. I love you all. I really do. And I just felt that this needed to be shared. Great big hugs, guys. Great big hugs. And I'll catch you guys later.